Whoa! Your turn.
Good morning, guys. It's officially travel day. We're all packed and ready to go. The excitement is palpable. Right now we're just waiting for my dad. He's picking us up, dropping us up at the airport, and we will be on our way. Hey, it's been a while. Please commend my bravery. I am recording in public. But we're seated here waiting, and it's been a while, so I figured I might update you guys. So when we left home, we got to the airport at about 12-ish or so. We had bought lunch outside. Then we went to one of the banks to change more money, and that took a really long time. The kids started getting restless, they were hungry, but we made it through security. It was a doozy, as you can imagine. 2 kids with 4 carry-ons and 4 pieces of luggage. Actually it was 3, because they allowed us to check an extra bag free of charge, and we were able to send it straight to our final destination. So we had one less bag. It was great. Then when we got to the lounge, the food was spoiled. So it seemed like we were served food that was cooked either really early this morning or yesterday, and it was just heated up, I don't know, but it was spoiled. So we still ended up having to buy chicken and fries in the airport. But it turned out well. It was fine. Right now we're at the gate.
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain speaking once again. First off, thanks for your patience returning to the gate here. Maintenance is still working on the technical issue we have. I don't have an ETA for you yet. Just as soon as I have some information for you, I'll be sure to pass it along. In the meantime, I do appreciate your patience, and we'll do our best to get underway here just as soon as possible. Thanks.
Now we're on the plane. There's an error or some maintenance issue that they're fixing. It's already been 35 minutes since we were supposed to leave, and they still have no idea when we are gonna leave. So we are 3 in one row and 1 across. Ibrahim is with the girls, and they're doing coloring and stickers for now. And then when they get bored of that, I can pull something up off my sleeve. But so far it's been good, and currently we're just waiting for the plane to take off, and I will update you guys whenever there is an update. What did they tell you?
Congratulations.
Mommy.
You're now permanent residents of Canada.
Woohoo!
it's Thursday morning, the day after we arrived in Canada. We arrived late last night at the inn. We are staying at, I believe, Quality Inn in Mississauga. We came in like 2 o'clock yesterday morning. The plan was that I would stay up after we arrived, kind of get some documents and apply for a SIN number online. But yeah, we were all pretty tired last night. In fact, Linnell and the girls are actually asleep, pretty knocked out. I've been up for a while now. Just trying to sort out the next trip, our clothes for the next trip, and some documents. Just scanned our COPR documents, because for those of you who don't know, you can apply for your SIN number online. You don't necessarily have to go to a Service Canada. So that's the first stop this morning, applying online for the SIN number. It comes immediately, and then and then we good to go. So it was definitely fun last night. It was also hectic. The flight was super delayed, an hour and a half, and we had to sit in the plane waiting for things to be sorted out, but we finally made it. It was smooth, way smoother than I anticipated. So for those of you who are landing in Canada, if you have not checked out some videos by a guy called Choco Millionaire, there will be a link. He gives some really good tips, and I thought coming into Pearson's would have taken a lot longer, but the whole process was probably around 30 minutes entirely. We were directed accordingly, went to the line we had to take, and then we spoke to an officer. Basically didn't ask us any questions. He was just like, you guys are landing as immigrants? We're like, yeah. And he's like, okay, can I just get your passports, and can I just get your COPR? And then we handed in our COPR, and then he asked us what address that we're going to be staying at. We gave him the address, and then that was it. He told us, have a seat, wait for a couple of minutes, and then I'll call you. We waited for like 5 minutes. He called us, and then we had to sign the documents, and he was like, welcome to Canada. You're now permanent residents of Canada. It was cool. It was faster than I thought. So for example, for those of you who coming in as landed immigrants, you need to have some documents on hand. One of the group of documents that I had was my COPR, and you have to absolutely make sure that you have that luggage with you at all times. One of the reasons is, even if you put it in your carry-on luggage, sometimes when you arrive at the airport, they might ask you, do you want to check in a luggage? Like it's free. We'll just check in a luggage for you, like one of the carry-ons. Like it happened in our case. You have to be sure which carry-on it is that's carrying your documents, so you don't mistakenly send off, it's a free bag, and you just send off a couple of your bags and your documents are in them. So what documents do you need? You definitely need your COPR. That's all we needed, COPR and passports. I had our marriage certificate in there just in case. I also had the kids' birth certificates because they were coming in as dependents. So the kids' birth certificates were there just to certify that they're actually my children and all those things. The marriage certificate, I also have proof of funds, because that's the next thing that sometimes they actually ask you, if you have proof of funds. I had I think it was about a month or a few weeks old bank statement that was printed, and I was also prepared, like whilst I was waiting in line, I had already connected to the free Wi-Fi. Don't worry, there's free Wi-Fi. I had already connected to the free Wi-Fi at the airport to be able to access banking details on my mobile app, in case they needed, you show that you gave them the actual thing, and then you actually show them your banking details. So I had all of that prepared. I'm not sure if there's anything else you need to prepare, especially if you're coming in as a permanent resident, but those were the documents I had. I didn't have to use any of them. It was just the COPR, and we were good to go. So when you receive the COPR, you will receive 2 documents. There is one that has a picture, a photo on it, and another that's just a copy. It says client copy on it. So each person, each family member will receive 2. So when you sign in both, and then you're given the one that has the photo back to the officer, and then the others is what you keep. Now those documents, you're supposed to keep them with you, maintain it for as long as you're in Canada, because later on when you apply for citizenship, you will need those documents. So in the hustle and bustle of traveling, don't just make sure you now keep track of the documents after you've arrived. And so after we landed, as landed immigrants, we were picked up by a friend couple of ours, and we were taken around Toronto. It was absolutely amazing. We had a great time. The kids slept on the flight, so they were good. They were up and about. Stayed up till around 2, and then we came to the inn, and then we checked ourselves in, and we just crashed. We just came. We said a word of prayer, and then we explained to the kids that we're going on the second flight again this morning to our final destination, and then we just crashed and just slept through the night. So this morning, the way that I had booked the trips, we have a little bit of time, and so this morning we're about to head out. I'm going to get showered and prepped, and wake up the rest of the people and get them ready, and then we head down for breakfast and prepare to leave for the airport in a few. So yeah, that's what I've been up to whilst everyone else has been asleep. That's usually how things go. But it's been fun. It's been a great experience, and yeah, so let's do the final leg.